Great morning, great morning, great morning. I am Nicole D. Jones, and I am just happy and grateful for another day. I'm happy and grateful for life. I'm happy and grateful for you. I tell you every week, I don't take days for granted. I don't take life for granted. I don't take you for granted. And I want to remind you that you are healthy, you are wealthy, you are prosperous. Everything your hands go to touch, it must, it shall, and it will manifest, prosper, and grow great things because you are great. You're created in greatness, so you are great. Okay? We are not expected to be perfect, but we are expected to get up every day and walk out our predestined purpose because we are purpose. Period. All right? We walk through this journey and we figure out where our purpose, where we belong in this season. Okay? So, Meal Prep Monday, and I wanted to kind of share something. So our retreat was actually a week, I guess 2 weeks ago. I don't know, the 9th through the 11th. It was amazing. If you were not there, there will be another one, and you want to be in the room. But I said something at the retreat, and I said, you will be as you're being because you are. And I kind of wanted to kind of expand on that, all right? Because what I was basically saying is who you are, which is your true identity, determines how you be. Okay? Be is your posture. It's your mindset. All right? It's like your state of being. So here's the thing. How you be determines what you become and what you experience. I didn't get into all of this, but I'm talking about sonship. I'm talking about knowing your identity. I say it all the time. We're triune beings. We're a trichotomy. We're spirit with soul wrapped in this flesh. We're supernatural in a natural space. That your true identity is sonship. It is not gender based. We are sons of God, right? So Proverbs 23:7. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Matthew 12:34. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. And Romans 8:29. These are my anchor scriptures. These are what I am basing all of this off of, okay? We are predestined to be conformed to the image of Christ, all right? So when we understand who we are, when we understand our true birthright, when we understand our heritage, when we understand we're supernatural, all right, then you will be bold, aligned, healed, and authoritative. Why? Because identity produces behavior. Okay. All right. You don't act your way into identity. You live out what you already are. Listen. Oh my God. All right. So the neuroscience of mindset and being. So when we think of neuroscience, the brain science aspect of all of this, right? Self-concept shapes your nervous system. And y'all know we talked about this. Prophetess Keandria went more into it about our nervous system. This is why it's so good to move. This is why you got to move your body and all of that, right? Everything goes into your nervous system. Everything is in your we have that neuroplasticity, all right? We can switch neural pathways. That's the natural part of us, all right? So your nervous system shapes your habits, your reactions, and your decisions. Your habits shape your outcome. Note takers are money makers. We wealthy from inside. So listen, I'm going to say it again. Your nervous system shapes your habits, reactions, and decisions. But your habits shapes your outcomes. Why am I saying this? Because we're supernatural first. So we got to deal with the internal things. All right. You deal with the internal and it shows externally. Listen, if internally, because listen, internally means, I just seen paint chipped. Anyway, internally means that sometimes we can think a thing unconsciously. All right. We're not intentionally walking around like I'm unworthy. But this journey, trauma points, triggers, the life, the whatever the hand life dealt you is so far. All of these things can give us arrested development. Our development in the spirit can be stunted. And then unconsciously, we can think something negative. All right. So this isn't even like you're actively thinking it. That's why you got to renew your mind daily. But an example of what I mean is if internally you're thinking you're unworthy, what are the signs of that? So if you have been defensive, if you've been hesitant, if you self-sabotage, even while you're confessing faith, somewhere inside of you, you feel unworthy. So if you can identify with any of those fruits, any of those attributes, and this is why I'm saying we got to learn how to steward internal, and then it shows external. Okay. How do we shift our identity? I am chosen. You start speaking, you got power. So when you become hesitant, when you start self-sabotaging yourself and start saying, crazy stuff to yourself, oh my God, I'm so crazy. That's a word curse. You are not crazy. I am chosen. I am healed. I am purpose. You get what I'm saying? Why are we doing this? When we learn to switch our words, our brain, that's that neuroplasticity, right? Our brain literally starts neural pathways, new ones. I told y'all, I'm 73. I will be 53 next week. I don't have time to erase or undo a road, a highway. But what I can do in my brain is create a back road that I enjoy the sun and the trees on this back road so much, I don't want to jump on that negative highway anymore. All right? Your brain can do that. We can rewire. We retrain our brain. So listen, how does it align with the meal plan? This is what I want you to think about. Meal prep Monday. Stop, Uzo. All right. For your mindset, who do you believe you are? Write this down. It's what I want you to do for meal prep. This is for the week, meal prep Monday. Who do you believe you are? And anything that you believe is negative, who told you that? Education. What truth am I renewing my mind with? Y'all know I'm on this big girl status, and I had to say I'm gonna stop telling myself that. What am I renewing my mind with? That sexy size 6 in the spirit. Hey, all right. Accountability. Oh Lord. Am I living consistent with who I say I am? Y'all see how this works? And then for the L, the lifestyle. My lifestyle will always match my identity. My lifestyle will always match my identity. So what am I saying? Because I'm going to go back to what I said originally. You will be as you're being because you are. You will be as you're being because you are. Because you are, that's your identity, the R, because you are, A-R-E. That's your identity. That's the root, right? This is your self-concept, all right? So what you believe about yourself at the deepest level, what do you believe about yourself in the depths of your soul? That should be coming from your spirit, not your flesh. Do you believe I'm confident, or do you believe I'm not enough? Do you believe I'm chosen? Stop, Uzo. Or do you believe I'm overlooked? Do you believe I'm capable? Or do you believe I always mess things up? See, you got to take the time to really ask yourself those things, because those thoughts should be coming from your true identity. It should not be coming from a tainted place where we know it battled. The only place where battled is in our mind. What you grasp needs to be coming from your true identity, all right? Why? You got to know that this part is usually unconscious. Why? I'm telling you to look in the depth of your soul. That's supernatural. I'm telling you to look in your inner me. Okay? Those thoughts, there are thoughts that should be coming from the spirit of you, and then there are thoughts that come from the flesh of you. How he get in here, y'all? See what I'm telling y'all. I believe my life is on the show Punk'd. When the show comes back, I'm the star. All right. Hey, go. So this part is usually unconscious, right? But truth be told, as my girl Joy say, go. This is really what runs everything about us. Where that thought is coming from. Go. Here's an example. If you say that I'm not good with money, you can pray, you can budget, you can plan, you can tithe, you can do all the natural things. But in the root of you, if you believe that you're not good with money, you're not going to steward it. You're not going to steward it well. Why? Because that's what you believe. So you have taken on that identity. Does that make sense? Somebody tell me yes. I can't see you. I can't see what you're typing. Somebody.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Your being. That's the middle. That's your posture. That's what your mindset is daily. That's the being of that sentence. All right? This is how you show up every day. What do you look like? What's your attitude? What's your emotional state? What are your how do you react under pressure? What's your confidence level when you're in a room? That's your being. All right? Your state of being. If you're insecure, you'll over-explain. You'll peak. See, this is when you're not confident in yourself. So if you can identify, if you over-explain, if you people please, if you avoid opportunities, if you shrink in rooms, there's an insecurity. This ain't to put nobody on blast. This is, listen, I can identify with those. But I'd rather realize it, accept it, and then go into my relationship with my Abba Father so that I can identify with my true identity. When you're confident, you're calm in decisions, you're clearing boundaries, you will to be seen. You're willing to be seen. There's a difference. So you're okay being seen. You're not out there trying to be seen. All right? Two different postures of the heart. and you're consistent in your actions, positive actions. The you will be, that's the outcome, that's the fruit. We're known by the fruit that we bear. We want to check everybody's fruit. We need to learn how to check our own fruit. Hello, somebody. Listen. Oh, Lord. When your fruit, your life produces peace over chaos, relationships that you tolerate, money you keep or lose, opportunities you accept or reject. We got to know that our outcomes, our outcome in our journey is never random. It's never random. It's determined by you. Nicole, how can you say that? You was talking about, our life is predestined and preordained. Faith without works is dead. Y'all do realize that there's action. Things you do, there are results of them. That free will piece, y'all want to challenge me and whatever, I don't care. Call me. It doesn't matter. What you choose to do determines what your fruit looks like. Uh-huh. All right. So what am I saying? Because now I feel like I'm about to get on the soapbox. All I'm trying to say is you will always look like the version of you that you believe you are. You will always look like the version of you that you believe you are. So it's Meal Prep Monday. What am I saying? I don't want to quote it wrong because I said it in the moment. You will be as you're being because you are. Why? Because y'all know that Chronos time and Kairos time are two different times. Chronos time is what we deal with here. That's the day, the hour, the minute, the second. All right? Kairos time, that's the time we want to align with. That's the time of heaven. That's the time God, Jehovah God, operates on. That's why his time is not our time. He can change in something in an instant. All right? But on the flip of that, we don't know when we're in the process of waiting. We don't know how long that wait is. We want to microwave fix and we want to look at our watches and, something comes to us. Prophecy comes to us, things that we're believing God for. And then we want to put it on this Chronos time when it comes from Kairos time. So the three times, past, present, and future, are always operating. Whatever I'm saying is in the present, speaking about the future. And now that I'm at the next word, it's in the past. Does that make sense? Time is it's always like when we're in this, when we're in this Chronos time, all time is always is moving. Past, present, future. I'm speaking now, present. Now that I've said it, it's in the past. And now that I'm speaking, I'm in the future. Woo. Did y'all get that? That just, all right. Meal Prep Monday. Just know that this is how we operate in this space. But our days are predestined. They're preordained. They're predetermined. Nothing happens by chance or surprise to God, just to us. We are purpose, and we are purposed in every moment that we have in this journey. should be intentional about trying to line up. Okay, we're just trying to align ourselves with Kairos time. We're trying to. I would show y'all Uzo, but he's so dirty. Y'all want to see Uzo? I don't. Uzo done grew on me, y'all. I was trying to look at him. Uzo. Uzo. See, he don't listen. Hey, look at you. They trying to see you right here. Go. Hey. The dog is huge, y'all. And then we got a little Pocket. You see Pocket done. I don't know where Pocket went. Get out. Anyway, time. All right. So you have to make sure that we're intentional to line up with our predestined and our preordained steps, because it's a fixed fight and we win. All right. So because it's a fixed fight and we win, what is our job? It's to be intentional, to be relational. You can't be the best version of you unapologetically if you don't know who you are. Okay? We're not walking out what this journey has created us to be. We are intentional to be who God has called us to be. Because we are purposed. We are purpose. We are relevant. We are necessary. We are needed. No one can be you but you. You are the best you. And you can do it unapologetically when you know who you are. You can submit and be humble. You don't have to be arrogant and proud. You don't have to people please. You don't have to over-explain, self-explain. You don't have to do none of that. You can agree to disagree. You can set the boundaries. You can be respected for who you are and whose you are ultimately. All right? So, Meal Prep Monday. We got 6 minutes. I don't know if anyone wants to share. If you do, you can come off. If not, we can close. I never want to take more than 30 minutes of your time. I hope that made sense. Okay. If it be no one, remember to stay humble, to stay focused, to stay positive. Be the best version of you unapologetically, because no one else can do it. And like I said, you are necessary. You are needed. You are important. All right? Not only to your friends, family, and your enemies, but to this world. Your name matters, and it will be left on this earth. Period. So I am Nicole D. Jones, and I want you to continue to have a fantabulous rest of the day. Smooches.